So this has come to my attention recently.
This woman is deadlifting 275 pounds, all while 6 months pregnant. Fitness trainer YANYAH Milutinovic has 313,000 followers on Instagram and is known for her uber strength. So when she became pregnant with her second child, she didn't think twice about slowing down. But now the 34-year-old mom is under fire for pumping so much iron while expecting.
Welcome back to the Strong Mom channel. My name is Denise, personal trainer for moms in pregnancy and in postpartum. I want to talk about this IG influencer / trainer and give you my thoughts. But before we do, if you're new here and you're looking for some pregnancy workouts, doable, at-home workouts that aren't extreme, then check out my pregnancy workout playlist down below. Then I watched this hater clip comment that she put together where she's doing some of these extreme exercises at 8 months pregnant and showing all the comments that the trolls and the haters have been bombarding her with. The one thing that crossed my mind right away was, I hope that personal trainer's got some really good liability insurance. But it turns out that that's actually her husband, so I guess it's all good there. Now, I'm all for pregnancy exercise and continuing to work out the way that you've done prior to becoming pregnant. But I find that this is a bit extreme. Now, mind you, I have not ever deadlifted or squatted anywhere near 200, 300 pounds. Nor am I ever planning to work up to that. And I have no idea how heavy she was lifting before she became pregnant. I do like, though, that her being pregnant has not stopped her from working out with weights. However, I do believe that pregnancy is definitely not a time to be setting any personal records. So naturally, I did a little IG creeping to find out what she was lifting earlier in her pregnancy. And at 6 months, she shows in this video that she was squatting 275 pounds. A little while later, she says that at 8 months, she was squatting 315 pounds. That is a 40-pound increase over 2 months. Pregnancy is not a time to increase load. It is a time to decrease load. But why? As she says, when she's feeling good and she's healthy. My question is it healthy? How is it benefiting you? And are you putting yourself at risk of injury? And when we are pregnant, we never want to get to a point where we are winded and we have to stop and catch our breath, right? We don't want that because that is showing us that we are not getting enough oxygen for ourselves as well as baby. And if your body temperature goes over 102 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes or more, we know that it can cause harm to the fetus. Overheating in the first trimester may lead to neural tube defects as well as miscarriage. And then later on in pregnancy, in further trimesters, it may lead to dehydration in the mom. With my clients, to always make sure that they are in the safe zone of intensity is to do the talk test. I make sure that they can hold a conversation with me. I'm talking to them and I want them to keep a conversation while they are exercising. If they cannot, then I know that they are working too hard. My other concern was her pelvic floor. Oh my gosh, is she leaking pee or is she slapping on a pad every time she goes to work out and lift this heavy of weight? Or is she feeling any bulging down there or heaviness in her vagina? Those are definitely things we want to stay away from and are signs and symptoms that we're working too hard. And then she says, referring to her first pregnancy, I pushed my 10-pound baby out in 4 pushes in less than 10 minutes, 42 weeks pregnant. Now, stop me if I'm overthinking this, but that sounds a little braggadocious to me, don't you think? But then again, isn't that what all of us are doing on social media anyway? Patting ourselves on the back and showing the world all the awesome things we're doing? Kind of like me a little while ago when I shared with you guys that I hit my own personal record with a hip thrust at 150 pounds. I was real proud of myself. However, back to the IG at hand. She further says, let's stop basing our opinions off our own limitations and wrong knowledge. Let's stop with the blanket statements which breed fear in the pregnant population. And let's stop the comparison and the lack of understanding that we are all different. And I do agree with her. What one person can do in pregnancy exercise is totally different from what another person is capable of. And She's so right. We need to stop comparing ourselves to other mothers. Here's an IG story that I want to share where she was filming her lifting 225 pounds for the Inside Edition video team for their segment. And she says she could have done more, but she was just showing how simple it was for her. And after 12 reps, she said she felt good. And when asked if she was out of breath, she said, a little. She didn't really sound too out of breath to me.
Here we are.
And you're not out of breath?
Not a little bit.
This is good, because if she were huffing and puffing and gasping for air, I would be very concerned. At the end of the day, what I can do as a personal trainer is help educate my clients when it comes to how hard they're working, how intense they're working, making sure they're getting enough oxygen and they're not overexerting themselves. And then as well, making sure that they know the signs and the symptoms of any potential pelvic floor issues. And as always, it is so important to check with your doctor, your midwife, your OB, your pelvic health physiotherapist, and discuss with them what exercises you want to do, what you want to keep continuing to do, and make sure those are right for you. According to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, they give a list of some warning signs that recommend you should stop exercising if you have these symptoms, which include bleeding from the vagina, feeling dizzy or faint, shortness of breath before exercise, chest pain, headache, muscle weakness, calf pain or swelling, regular painful contractions of the uterus, and fluid gushing from the vagina. So mamas, when it comes to pregnancy exercise, you do you, and I'ma do myself, and my friend over here, she's gonna do her own thing. And if I ever get pregnant again, which is 0.00001%, I guarantee you won't see me trying to make these kind of heavy lifts. However, I am not gonna make any condescending remarks or comments to any mom that I see who is working out like this. That's her business. If she decided this is safe for her and her body, that is up to her. Even if I do think it's a little bit extreme, I'm just gonna zip my lip. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below.